this return of the 22 children has been facilitated by the hard work that went on through our director, Kong Lingwa, and also our professors. Three of them accompanied these children. During their stay in Karnataka, they had to make all arrangements to ensure that things are done in a manner which is legally tenable and which is lawful and as per protocol provided by the law. So only after that exercise was completed, then the team from Karnataka, led by a senior leader of the Child and Women's Right Commission, had then agreed to accompany the children and brought them back to Shillong today.
Well, has it been decided in the schools, and because we heard that for the education that they will be accepted, but then on the part of the government, where have you all decided? Because they also have to consider the costs.
No, as we speak, the parents are in touch with two officers who are here representing the Department of Education for a smooth arrangement for their onward studies. Now that they have left their courses midway, the Department of Education has assured us that they need just 2 to 3 days to complete all necessary formalities, and then they will ensure that these kids are then admitted to government-run schools in areas which are in proximity to their address. Now, in some cases, these parents are also migrant workers, which means that they keep shifting from one place to another. In such cases also, we will obtain their correct address and ensure that they are enrolled in a school close by. And as and when they shift, they have to give us prior notice so that we facilitate their next admission in course of their movement from these cities.
Bapal, we have seen what happened in Karnataka. So, from the social welfare side, will you try talk to education department to ensure that the students who are going outside, at least so that their things can be protected, they don't end up in fake institutions?
See, as already enunciated in my speech, these parents, when they decided to send their wards outside to Karnataka, they did that under a particular NGO which is based in Jowai, Christianity Hills District, and the conversation that started was between the leaders of the NGO and the parents. So it had nothing to do with the government. They did not seek any help from the government, any direction, any advice. It was only when the unfortunate incident happened, wherein they had this episode of food poisoning, that we lost 2 of them. And after that only they informed the state government. In any normal situation, our advice is that if, even in case such children require to pursue their studies outside the state, they should seek the proper guidance and help of the government of Meghalaya. And as far as their studies within the state is concerned, we are mandated to ensure admission of all kids from the age of 6 to 14 under the Right to Education Act 2013.